Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really does make a difference. This handsome chap is John Carrillo. He tells me that he lives in Brooklyn in New York and that he's an investment banker, and then modestly adds, nothing really big. Every scammer has a sob story, so let's get this one over and done with. He starts by saying, well, I'm windowed. That's right, Sonny Jim, we can all see right through you. He said, lost my wife some 7 years back. Annie said, oh, I'm sorry about that. Do you have kids? He said, yes, I have a daughter. Her name is Emily. She's 5. She's really adorable. She's been a major source of joy. Oh, she's so smart and lovely. When you get to meet her, you're going to know what I mean. Annie asked, do you have to travel a lot with your work? He said, yes, I do. I was at Birmingham twice last year. She said, Birmingham, UK? He said, yeah. She said, will you be coming to England again? He said, well, I might be relocating to England. I haven't told my daughter or anyone yet. I'm working on something. You're the first to know this. Annie said, how exciting. Are you able to tell me about it? He added, one of those old scammer standbys. I don't know. It's crazy, but I feel comfortable talking to you. Annie said, that's a lovely thing to say. And he added, yeah, it's just how I feel. Annie told him that she was going to see an apartment that she was thinking of buying. Annie tells everybody that she's divorced and that her divorce settlement has come through and that she's got lots of money. And then he suggested that they move to Hangouts, which a lot of the scammers do because they know that Facebook might delete their fake profile. Over on Hangouts, Annie told him that she'd been to see the apartment and sent him a photo. He said, wow, sweetie, it's really beautiful. It's got a nice view. So how much is it? How are you doing? Hello, she said. It was lovely. It's £625,000. It does need some work doing, but I'm seriously thinking of buying it. It would be lovely to have a place of my own again. Annie tells everyone she lives with her elderly mother since her divorce. He said, yes, it's a beautiful place. The price? Are you okay with it? Obviously fishing to see how much money Annie might have. Annie told him she'd decided to make an offer on the apartment, and he said, OK, I was thinking of something, though. Oh, what? Said Annie. I was thinking of getting an apartment with you that we can live in together when I move to be with you. What do you think? Annie said, we could get something bigger if we bought something between us. Yes, I understand your point, babe, he said. So tell me, what location do you want the house? I will ask my lawyer to check on something also. I'll introduce you to his lawyer later. She's efficient, she has comprehensive legal knowledge, and she's a credit to the profession. Oh, wait a minute, maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Annie said she was in Twickenham in southwest London, and that she'd like to stay there so that she could stay near her mother. I just have to tell you about my plans, so we don't do any mistakes, you know, he said. So you will want the house in Twickenham, London, right? Yes, that's right, she said. What are your plans? How much money do you want to invest? Oh, she said, I'm sorry, I just realised. You're an investment banker, silly me. You should be telling me how much we should invest and what we should be buying. Annie asked if his daughter would come and stay and suggested that maybe a 3-bedroom place would be better. He said, would you love my daughter stay too? Like, how much should the 3-bedroom cost? She said, of course, you aren't planning to move to the UK and not see her, are you? How much it costs depends on how much you want to invest. You did say you're an investment banker, right? I will move with my daughter too, babe, he said. What about we share the money for the apartment together? Is that okay by you too? She said, okay, but you still haven't told me how much you want to invest. He said, okay, like $350,000 to $400,000. Will it be enough? I've been saving for years now. Annie did a quick bit of maths and decided that he could invest £350,000, and so could she, so she should be looking for a house that cost £700,000. Annie said that if his daughter was going to come and stay with them, they'd be better off buying a house rather than an apartment, somewhere that had got a garden for her to play in. She said, if you're planning to come to the UK, I think we should wait till you can be here. Then we can both look at places together. It has to be somewhere that we both like. And he said, OK, babe, I will look. And also, I will discuss with my lawyer, because I plan to retire soon. So my lawyer can check on the houses, then we know where to go from there. Remember at the start of the video, he was planning to relocate to the UK for work. Now he's decided he's going to retire. That was a quick change of heart, wasn't it? There was a bit more discussion while our investment banker tried to get his head round the cost of houses. And then he said, "I want to retire in May, but I will visit you before I retire. Is that okay by you?" "I think that's a wonderful idea," said Annie. "We can look at houses and buy something before you retire." And here goes with the romance, because he is a romance scammer after all. "Because every day I have grown so much, live for you, like I just want to see you and cuddle you and tell you to your face that I love you, baby." "Oh," she said, "you're making me go all weak at the knees." He said, "Yes, babe, as soon as I discuss with my lawyer today and let my financial advisor ready for my plans to purchase the house, I will tell you anything, okay?" The next day, Annie asked him, "Did you speak to your lawyer and your financial advisor?" "The estate agent rang today. I told her I'm looking for a 3-bedroom house now and not a 2-bedroom apartment. She's going to let me know what they have." "Okay, nice," he said. "Babe, my lawyer will come over to London to look out for some house. What your home address, so I tell her as well. Send me a picture of you and mother, babe." Please don't send photographs to people who just demand them online. You only have to look at the fake profiles on Facebook and Instagram and other social media platforms to see what the scammers misuse them for. Then he said, "My lawyer will leave for your place by weekend. Are you still working with your mother?" "Working?" said Annie. "Mother retired years ago. I thought you said you were coming with your lawyer." He said, "My lawyer comes first, then check for houses around your address first, because we don't need to stay far from your mother." She said, "Oh, I thought you were going to come too." He said, "I will come after she's able to see something nice and communicated with the realtor, so I can send in some funds for a reservation." "Okay," said Annie. "I was really looking forward to meeting you. Let me know which flight your lawyer is coming on, then I can meet her at the airport." She said, "You're welcome to give her my email." And then our well-travelled investment banker, who's been to Birmingham in the UK, remember, said, "How much will the flight cost from here? Do you have any idea?" Annie said, "How would I know? What an odd question. You're the one that lives in the US. I don't." The next day, Annie said, "Has your lawyer found a flight yet?" He said, "She'll do that today. She will leave from Florida." "Okay," said Annie. "Which airport?" And so we come to that all-important question that goes in every video. Which airport is she going to leave from? "She will leave from Florida Airport," he said. "Okay," said Annie. And so our man's lawyer enters the story. "She lives in Florida," he said, "and she's a very experienced lawyer," he said. And at the end of this video, I'll probably show you the last message she sent me. It's a very professional message. I'm sure you'll be impressed. Annie emailed the lawyer and said, "John Carrillo has given me your email address. He tells me you're planning to come to London to meet me, so we can go and look at houses." The lawyer wrote back and said, "Good to hear from you, ma'am. I'm making my preparations already. Might leave at Good Friday if there isn't available to London. I'll be going to check for some houses around the address given to me by my boss John, and I will contact you." Annie sent the lawyer links to 3-bedroom houses, and she said, "I was going to check on this today, okay? And I will get back to you about it. Which among the link do you prefer we go for? John too might like, so we go from there." I did tell you this lawyer was highly professional. She's been a lawyer for 28 years in Florida, John told me. Really? So Annie said she thought one of the houses would be better because it had a nicer garden for John's daughter to play in. The lawyer wrote back and said, "This looked nice. My boss will like it too. I'm going to speak with the realtor then to know the discount for the purchase and conveyance process to be sure the documents are complete and ready." Then she said, "Hi Annie, I have contacted the realtor. The house was built at the 1930s, and according to the realtor, it has been up for sale for the past 6 weeks now. The discount will be 695,000 instead of 700,000. Annie told John the same thing about the house that she thought was better for his daughter, and he said, "Yes, you're right. So we done about the choice now, right?" She said, "Yes, I think that's the right place for us." "Okay, good," he said. "So what next?" "I don't know. Your lawyer's dealing with it, isn't she?" Or to quote Annie, "I guess we wait for your lawyer to tell us when she's contacted the realtor." See? Annie said realtor, not estate agent. She's learning to speak American. Annie told John that the lawyer had emailed her. She said, "Your lawyer just emailed. She's spoken to the realtor, and they will accept $695,000 instead of $700,000. Okay, nice. We go from there," he said. "She told me the realtor will get the documents when we're ready to purchase. It's a nice job. So what do you think now?" Annie said, "I think we should go ahead with the purchase as soon as possible." He said, "She told them that my wife prefers the house." "Is that a proposal?" said Annie. "Is your money ready?" he asked. "Talk to my lawyer so she keeps you updated. You would love to marry me too, right?" "Okay," said Annie. "Oh yes, of course. I thought you'd never ask." Once they'd decided on the house, that nobody had yet been to see, the lawyer said, "Okay, Annie, I have a cheque all ready from John for $200,000 for deposit. What kind of bank you use in the UK? And how much are investing? I'm still doing some research so as not to make any mistakes. Okay." Annie said, "Hello, Jennifer. We're buying the house between us, 50% each. I use HSBC Bank." And now our man and his lawyer are going to start moving in for the kill. Fasten your seatbelts. Here we go. The lawyer told Annie she was going to arrive on Easter Sunday. Annie pointed out that it was a Sunday, the real estate agents would be closed, and they'd also be closed on Monday because it was a bank holiday. So the lawyer wrote back and said, "Thank you for checking on me. Yes, the agent told me the same, so the flight was moved to Monday to get there by Tuesday morning. And also, about making the payment, what am I getting from you for the deposit? The agent said the banks are closed, but the sellers say I can pay using cryptocurrency." "John told me he was going to pay the deposit," said Annie, "and he'd given you the cheque. Or are you saying I need to pay some of it too?" "Yes," said the lawyer. "I have the cheque of $200,000. We need to deposit at least 70% of the whole amount. For anyone that isn't from the UK, the usual deposit in the UK is 10%. She said, "So I am supposed to pay the seller and solicitor up to £400,000 as the deposit. Then I get the papers." I'm sure you can see where we're heading next. And you're about to be stunned by the professionalism of his lawyer. "Okay," said Annie. "What do you need me to do?" She said, "For now, it's on how you will be able to get your money so I can go ahead with the process. Thanks." Annie said, "Sorry, I didn't understand that. Can you explain, please, what you need me to do?" The lawyer said, I said, how do I get the money from you, and how much am I getting to add to the deposit?" Annie said, "I understand you now. I'm going to pay half. Do you need me to send you the money, or will I pay it directly to the agent?" The lawyer replied, "The agents say they don't accept money. Their job is to get a buyer, and that was why I was referred to speak with the seller on my offer, which we agreed on. So I will making the payment directly to the seller." "So you'd like me to send the money directly to the seller?" asked Annie. "I will be the one to pay the seller, Annie," said the lawyer. Followed by, "Hi Annie, the seller as we discussed. I told the seller I was sending deposit for the house, so all I need from you is to send me your half. Sorry, I have been communicating with them to make sure everything is in order. Please, I'm sorry." Annie started to get more than a little cross with the lawyer, who apparently couldn't decide how she wanted to be paid, or who needed to be paid. She said, "Okay, but it would be really helpful if you told me how to pay you. Stop playing stupid games, please. You're a lawyer. Do the job John is paying you to do. Tell me how to pay." The lawyer wrote back and said, "Please don't blame me, okay? My service is slow to reply to you. That's what I'm discussing with the seller. He said I should send cryptocurrency because he is an investor. Do you get me now?" And he said, "No, I do not get you, and I'm fed up with asking you how I should pay you. I will not be discussing the matter with you again. Either John can tell me himself, or I will phone the agent on Tuesday." And she went back to talking to John on Hangouts. Annie sent John some of the emails she'd received from the lawyer and said, "I will phone the agent myself on Tuesday and find out where I need to send the money. She's a lawyer, for God's sake, not an errand boy. She should write proper emails. So maybe you can tell me, what does she need me to do? Pay her? Pay the seller? Pay the agent? And how do I pay? I hope you aren't paying her for all these stupid emails she's writing. I wouldn't." John said, "Just hold on. She's going to update you." And Annie said, "It's her last chance. She needs to tell me properly this time. Otherwise I'll ring the agent on Tuesday. I'm getting fed up with her." Actually, we're all getting fed up with her. Can you just get on with it? John came back and said she informed me that the seller was saying about paying with cryptocurrency. Annie said, and she's just had a piece of my mind. I don't care how the seller wants to be paid. She's told me not to pay the seller directly and to pay her. How she pays the seller is her business, not mine. If she won't tell me how I need to pay her, I will not pay her at all. I will phone the agent myself on Tuesday. End of story. That's right, Annie, my girl. You tell 'em. Please forgive her. Okay, said John. No, I will not forgive her, said Annie. She's a lawyer, not a shop assistant. She should know all this. I don't use cryptocurrency. It shouldn't be beyond the brains of a lawyer to work out in UK pounds and tell me which account to send it to. If it is beyond her brain power, then she shouldn't be a lawyer. I've told her I will not discuss it with her again. She will have to tell you, and you can tell me. Our man said all you need to do is get the money, use it to buy cryptocurrency first. And he said, and how on earth am I supposed to do that? I've never used cryptocurrency in my life. Hold on, he said. Let me explain to you. Calm down, babe. Annie said surely his lawyer must have a client account that she could just transfer the money to online, and then had a hissy fit, said he'd driven her to drink, and went to bed. At the end of which he said, Is it a transfer you want to do? How do you want to send the money that will be easier for you, babe? I love you, baby. Good night. And the following morning said, Hi, baby, good morning. How was your night? Don't you start, said Annie. What on earth do you mean by how do I want to send the money? I will not spend any more time talking about this. He said, Baby, wait, let me talk to you. Call me. Annie gave him another piece of her mind, and then finally said, I will not continue this pointless discussion. Tell me how to pay or forget it, and I will contact the agent on Tuesday. End of discussion. You've had all night to work out what you want me to do. I will come back again in an hour. I hope you will have my instructions by then. John tried to call her. She wasn't interested in talking to him. Things went from bad to worse when the lawyer emailed again. And he said, OK, I'm back. Yet more ridiculous rubbish from your lawyer. I have already told her I won't be corresponding with her again. What's she say? Said John. That the banks will be closed on Monday. That's total expletive. I use online banking. That works 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. This discussion is over. I will phone the agent on Tuesday and pay my half directly to them. Babe, he said, not it, you are overreacting. Sending that amount using online banking, the bank will hold the money. That's what you should understand here. Annie replied, If your so-called lawyer cannot give me simple payment instructions, I'm not interested in talking to her. Stop making stupid excuses for her. She's an idiot and totally unable to do her job. I'm not sure she even is a lawyer. Have you seen proof of her qualifications? And then, finally, our man worked out how he wanted to be paid. Or, I suspect, managed to open a Bitcoin wallet online, at last. So he came back to Annie and he said, Babe, let me tell you what to do now. Do you have your bank card, right? Babe, please stop being pissed off. Let's discuss now. You have your bank card with you, right? He continued to tell Annie to find a local Bitcoin machine. He said, OK, are you aware on the amount of Bitcoin you can purchase daily using the ATM? She said, I have no idea. You're the banker. You'll have to find out for me. Annie decided the easiest way to find out was to go to her local post office where the machine was and ask them how much she could send. She also told John that she needed a proper invoice from his lawyer, that she wasn't going to pay until she had it because she needed it for her records and her tax records. She disappeared for a while and came back and said, OK, I'm back. They think I should be able to use the HSBC card for all of it. I still haven't had an invoice from your lawyer. I hope she isn't going to be difficult again. He said, OK, my lawyer is the invoice to get it sent to you. So are you going to buy the Bitcoin today? And he said, if she sends me the invoice today, yes. He said, OK, just hold on. You want to document the invoice, right? After a lot more silliness, the lawyer finally came up with a very unconvincing invoice, which she'd clearly made on Word. Annie said to John, OK, I probably should go now. He said, OK, babe, so I'll have to wait until you're back, right? She said, yes, I guess you will. He said, and don't forget the slip, the proof of payment. And he said, oh, I won't forget it. He said, and fill in the address carefully, babe. That's the address of the Bitcoin wallet. She said, OK, I'm off now. Bye. And so she went. She disappeared into the night, and she hasn't been seen or heard from since. Our man couldn't stand rejection. He continued trying to call Annie on Hangouts for several days. He also resorted to getting the lawyer to contact Annie. I told you at the beginning of this video I would show you her very professional final message to Annie, and here it is. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like it, please share it, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another Keep Safe on the Net video on YouTube.